I know the whole reason B&M like the whole come into our store, buy a Dalek set, and hey, you may pick up some toilet roll or some bleach or some dog food or whatever it is you may not realise you need and probably still don't need, but you pick it up anyway. Hello and welcome to another Doctor Who video here on my channel. In today's video we are following up from yesterday's video, which is just up here, which is all about the new leaked images from Character Options that showcases mainly classic Doctor Who action figure sets but also a new series action figure set. Now, having watched back through that video and realising that, you know what, I'm still super excited about this, and I think all of you guys are as well, because the views, comments, likes that I've had in that video so far have been amazing, so thank you very much for that. So I want to take a look specifically at the history of the Dalek sets that have already been announced, and in my opinion, this could be the start of something very new, very amazing, and just quite amazing. I've said it twice. Double amazing. We already know that we are probably getting History of the Daleks Set 1, which includes 2 Dead Planet Daleks. Okay, fantastic. And we've also got History of the Daleks Part 2, which includes a drone Dalek from the Dalek Invasion Earth, and also a Supreme Dalek from the self-same story. So this leads me to believe that potentially they are going to be releasing a twin pack of Dalek sets for every single Dalek story, from the Daleks, which we have already potentially got, all the way up to maybe Resolution, who knows. So, what would I like to see in future sets of this particular range, the History of the Daleks? Okay, so in the History of the Daleks Set 3, what I would like to see is Daleks from The Chase, because that is the very next story in the Dalek Chronicle. And I would like to see, first of all, this Dalek re-released, because it is like gold, it's so rare, it's so expensive. This is a talking sound effects Dalek. Daleks conquer and destroy. And of course, we don't need it to be sound effects anymore, and it won't be sound effects anymore, so technically it would be cheaper to make. But this is basically a Dead Planet Dalek that's been painted differently. Like, I can't really tell you anything different about it. So let's have this Dalek included, along with the Supreme Dalek from the same story, The Chase. I think that would be ideal. Okay, then we move on to the Mission to the Unknown, which technically is a Dalek story, so why can't we have this as the Dalek history set number 4? Now in this set I would just like 2 standard drone Daleks, pretty much the same as the Daleks from The Chase, because then we have the excuse to army build the out of these Daleks. So for the Daleks master plan, I would just really like to have another 2 drone Daleks from that story. Maybe scuff them up a little bit, because by now the props were getting a little bit old and kind of a bit ratty, so maybe that would be quite a nice, unique way of having a new set. Then we move on to the power of the Daleks. Now this is a no-brainer. Let's release a standard Dalek, but without its exterminator gun. Maybe have that as the accessory, just pull it out and put it above. And then have a drone Dalek with it as well. Boom, power of the Daleks. But it doesn't stop there. We could also have the Mutant Scoop Dalek. Why not? I mean, literally Dapol did it, so come on Character Options, you can do this. I actually honestly believe in you this time. Evil of the Daleks, a no-brainer. Evil Guard Dalek with a normal standard release of Evil type Dalek. Easy set to make. Talking of Evil of the Daleks, wouldn't we love to see the Emperor Dalek? I mean, maybe that would come right at the end when they've made loads of money and they go, you know what, for you fans, we're going to make this, and then yeah, my life would be complete. Moving on to the 70s now, let's go to the Day of the Daleks. We could just have the gold Supreme Dalek alongside his counterpart, the drone, kind of grey standard Dalek. And then we've even got Frontier in Space, which would probably be missed off in my opinion, but who knows, they could even include Frontier in Space and put a couple of Ogrons in there, that'd be great, but we're probably getting far ahead of ourselves. This video is all about speculation. So again, the Frontier in Space, how about we have just a big set of the Master, a gold Dalek, a normal Dalek, an Ogron, Jogron, and a 3rd Doctor. Here we go, boom. That would be the Frontier in Space set, really. So that's separate, but I'm going to include it in this video anyway. Why the f*** not? And then we move on to Planet of the Daleks. Now, come on, Planet of the Daleks, we need to have another release of that Supreme Dalek. It is beautiful, and we also need, I think, another release of the Invisible type Dalek, because again, it's super rare and it'd be nice to be able to have a few more of those in the collection, in my opinion. So then we move on to Death to the Daleks. Well, this is an easy one. We need another Death of a Dalek, silver and black of course, with the kind of machine gun alongside a normal standard gun, which of course they emerge from their spaceship with. Then again, army building would just be a pleasure. And then we move on to the genesis of the Daleks. Now in the genesis of the Daleks, why don't we have one Dalek without its exterminator, again, just like the release from the Toys R Us set, alongside a Dalek that also has his exterminator, and then we can just build a massive army of Genesis of the Daleks to our heart's content. Of course, this video may sound repetitive, but you know me, I love army building Daleks, and this would be ideal. Moving on to Destiny of the Daleks, let's have the two variants that they've already released of the Destiny type Daleks. Or, one step further, we could include the bombs perhaps as a separate attachment, maybe done by magnet, so you can have them as an accessory and you can stick them on your Daleks any way you want. I think that would be super cool. You've made giant magnets character options, so surely you can make tiny little bombs that you've already made and just kind of make them loose and then we can stick them on. That would be awesome. Now moving on to Resurrection of the Daleks, let's release the Supreme Dalek and let's release the Drone Dalek that sits alongside him. Again, a perfect example of why it would work is because the original sets are so expensive now, so let's just have that double Dalek set. Moving on to Revelation of the Daleks, Imperial Dalek from Necros and a normal Dalek from Skaro. Problem solved. And we finally get to move on to the story, in my opinion, which is one of the best Dalek stories in the universe, and that is Remembrance of the Daleks. Unlimited rice pudding, exactly. So, for this set, how about we have the Imperial Dalek with the long eye stalk. You know on this channel I detest the fact that they came out with those piddly little tiny eye stalks. I really don't like those. They annoy me. I don't care if they're screen accurate, they annoy me. I like the big one that originally came out with the 7th Doctor and Dalek. So let's have the Imperial Dalek alongside a Drone Dalek. Fantastic. They could also potentially, because there's so many Daleks in this story, make two sets for one story. The second set being a destroyed Dalek, which we have already had, but let's have a destroyed Renegade Dalek as well, and also a special weapons Dalek. Let's just include it for the sheer fun of it. It's only been released twice. Release it for a third time, we would love you. Now these sets hopefully will retail at no more than $19.99. Now of course with the fluctuation of money and such, potentially they might increase the price to maybe £25. I think that would still be kind of acceptable at this point. Anything more than £25 would suddenly become too expensive, I think, for what they are. I would pay for it, but I mean, the general normal people out there would probably think, that's a lot of money. So I would like to see it sticking to 20 quid, which basically, let's be honest, it's 10 quid a Dalek plus how much petrol you have to drive to B&M. And that gets me to another point. Why don't they just do, because of COVID-19, have an online exclusive sale and we can pre-order and order to our heart's content all these different Dalek sets and we don't have to go to B&M. I know the whole reason B&M like the whole come into our store, buy a Dalek set, and hey, you may pick up some toilet roll or some bleach or some dog food or whatever it is you may not realise you need and probably still don't need, but you pick it up anyway. I'll be completely honest, whenever I go into B&M, apart from once when I think I bought like some jelly babies because I was hungry, I go straight to the toy aisle, I buy the Doctor Who stuff and I get the hell out of there. Now obviously COVID-19 is different, we don't do that anymore, but in the normal way of things, that's how we roll. I mean, us Doctor Who fans, we go in, we have tunnel vision, we want those Daleks, we want those TARDISes and whatever it is they have, we go there, we get them, we get out, and it's just how it goes. So put it online, character options, B&M, come together, help save lives and help Doctor Who fans continue growing their amazing collections by, making it available online. Even partner up with Amazon. Come on, anything could happen. This is 2020, the year where nothing, and I do mean nothing, is impossible. Not no more. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. It's probably tipped over to the edge of me being just completely crazy and really excited about these Daleks coming out. Oh my god, it's so amazing. But if you've made it to this end of the video, I love you. Thank you very much. Thank you to Chris TJ, and thank you also to Finley, my VIP patrons, and thank you everybody else who has subscribed to my channel, and everyone else who's a patron of my channel. Really helps. If you want to become a patron, you know exactly what you've got to do. Click the link below and have a little look-see. Until next time, I will see you all again in another video, and I'm going to go charge my phone, because it is now dead. Bye for now. Special thanks to Chris TJ and Finley, my VIP patrons, and of course a huge thank you to all of my other patrons. You guys, you're awesome.